It's that time of year again. Christmas is just around the corner, and I thought what better way to get in the festive spirits than to head to my holiday home for the winter. The only issue is I don't have a holiday home, so we're gonna have to make one. I've got all of my supplies, I'm just currently looking for a place to actually build it. Obviously I'm gonna want somewhere snowy, I'm just not sure what type of snowy biome to pick. Probably not the ice banks. I don't think that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's either going to be the taiga or the tundra. I'm thinking maybe like a 50-50 mix. If I just go on the biome border, I should be able to find somewhere nice. This location is pretty close to the rest of my Christmas builds in this world, as you can see from the giant igloo in the distance. This is what we did last year, and I want to be close enough to it so I can get to and from my Christmas builds pretty easily, but it's not really going to match the vibe of what I want to make today, so we need to go far enough away so I don't see this thing. It is nice and cozy in here. Excuse me? Oh yeah, I have villagers inside, that's why they're slamming the door on me. That really confused me for a second then. Sorry buddy, you can't escape, you're stuck in here. It's nice though, isn't it? We'll make a nice rest point to spend the night. We're also not too far away from the other Christmas build in this world, which is yet another oversized round object in a snow globe. So I'd say let's head over to this nearby forest so we'll be close to both of the builds, but hopefully far enough away so we don't actually ever see them. I think I've found a pretty nice spot. Right here, kind of tucked in behind this terrain. The landscaping is going to need some touching up, that's for sure. But I think this would be a pretty nice spot. We kind of got it all here. We got some ice banks way off in the distance, we got a forest on our left, and all of this is just open tundra, which I do really quite like. I want to build myself a nice wooden cabin, but whilst I'm making it, I should probably have a little base set up just to, sleep away the nights when stuff gets dark or go through my items. So I'm going to make myself a very, very simple and small hidey hole in this hill here. There we are. That's pretty nice. It'll do the job, that's for sure. I got my bed and my shulker boxes. I am actually just going to grab a lantern for one. Get some light in here, and also a door. Then I can do this, and it's officially a home. But not for long, because we're going to build something better. Obviously, we're not done just yet, it's only the basic shape of this thing, but I think it's pretty nice. Not too big, not too small, I'd say the perfect size for a nice Christmas holiday home. I am, however, going to have to nab this door from the hidey hole and place it on the back of the house, because right now it is just open to the elements around here. There we go. One thing that I know that I definitely want on this house is some Christmas lights. Now, obviously we don't have actual Christmas lights in this game, so we're going to use lanterns instead. I'm going to place them on all of the roof overhangs, and I'm hoping it should look pretty festive. It'll add some light and colour at the very least. You know what? I actually kind of like that. At first it just looks like an overwhelmingly large amount of lanterns, but once we get everything else built up, hopefully it should start looking a bit less like a bunch of lanterns and more like some nice lights. I've made a little porch area here, which definitely is going to need some sort of railing. Just feels a bit too open at the moment. Then we're going to have a nice flower pot just to fill in some of this space, and from here I was going to hang a sign. The question is, what should it say? Perfect. That definitely works. Hang on a second. Even better. Yeah, that's nice. Got some little pictures there too. Around the front here we can have a nice little flower bed just to fill in this open spot, and instead of flowers let's go with ferns. Oh, they're pretty dark. I forgot that would happen in the snowy biome. We'll leave them for now, can always change out later. Something I like to do when I got just a simple window here is stick a fence gate, open it up with a trapdoor above it, just for a little bit of a shutter design. I feel like it just makes the window look that much more interesting. We can have ourselves another smaller flower bed round here to fill in this corner. Nice bit of colour there with the rose bush, and then over here we're going to make ourselves a little bit of an awning just above the door. Similar sort of situation with the window really, just to make it look a bit more interesting rather than having just a doorway here. And finally, I feel like I do this in almost every one of my builds, I just add a bit of a storage stack. Fills in a corner if you've got an open spot, and I've done a similar situation around here with the chimney, which is definitely missing some smoke at the top. Just get all of these closed up, and there we go. That is giving much better cozy vibes, I would say. And of course, we cannot have a snowy cabin without a snowy roof. So we're just adding some snow layers here, piled up on all of the logs, which really just ties the whole thing together. Might end up being a little bit slippery for Santa up here on this roof, and no idea how he's getting through that fiery inferno of a chimney. I'm sure I'll manage. But I am loving this build. It just makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, which is kind of the idea really. And that's before we've even done any of the interior. Before we start working here though, I could use some company. It's getting a little bit lonely out in this snowy wasteland, so I want to go find myself a friend. Okay, that's a rabbit, not a wolf. Can't take you with me. I did see some wolves, that is, on the way over, but that was quite a ways back. And they were the regular standard wolves. I kind of want the ashen, or maybe the snowy one. That would be pretty fitting. I'm still totally thrown off whenever I see these different mob variants. I just haven't explored enough since they got added to the game, so always confuses me a little bit. Oh, but a blue egg. I'll take it, thank you, chickens. You totally snuck up on me there, buddy. I just heard a rustling in the bushes and out you popped. Oh, and you're a one-bone horse. One-bone dog, sorry. Welcome to the family, my friend. Come with me. Looks like you're alone out here too. Oh no, you have got friends. Well, say goodbye to them, because I'm only taking one of you home. Oh, wow, you sound terrible. I don't know why they sound so bad. I'm guessing they're meant to be sort of husky-like dogs and they scream like them, but it just sounds like he's dying and I hate it. It's a really horrid noise. Yeah, that's not nice. Not nice at all. Oh well, we'll sit you up on the porch and I guess get started on the interior. Buddy, why don't you come on inside and I can give you the tour. What on earth? Well, that was weird, but let's not dwell on it too much. I'm gonna set him up a nice little bed so he's got somewhere to sleep, because right now he doesn't really have anywhere. Okay, can you come this way without being weird? There we go, good job. Okay, let's push you in the corner. So there's not actually all that much to see. The main feature, of course, is our tree, which is very much so crammed in here, but we gotta have a Christmas tree in the Christmas cabin, don't we, buddy? Yep, that's what I thought. A nice little area over here, though. Just realised I don't have anywhere to sit. That's fine, I can sit in the bedroom, which is nicely decorated with some Christmas colours. Something we are definitely missing from this build is a fireplace. I feel like that would really add to the coziness, but there just is zero room for something that size. I am happy with the interior of this build. I do, however, feel like the outside could use just a little bit more work. Such as some snow drifts, perhaps? I don't know if that's really going to be possible because we have a lot of stuff already in the corners, but I want to give it a go anyway. This is tricky. We got the problem of stuff being around everywhere, trapdoors getting in the way, lanterns melting some of the snow like over here. I might just leave it there for a while and see how I feel about it in a bit. And see how much of the snow melts, because I don't even know if that's reaching all the way. More might end up disappearing. One thing I know that I definitely need to do is just get rid of my hidey hole here. Don't need it anymore, the house is done, so I can fill all of this back in. I feel like a pathway might be a good idea. I don't know if I'll link it up to anything, mainly because the other Christmas builds are like a good few hundred blocks away at the very least, probably talking thousands realistically. And you can see how long just this little bit is taking, because I gotta break the snow and then I gotta make the path block, and very finicky, so I don't know how far I want to go, but we'll at least make a little bit of a stretch off into the forest. That is gonna have to do it for now. I'll probably return at some point and connect it up to the other builds, but for right now, that's far enough so when you walk up to this place, it looks like the path kinda makes sense being here. Some lanterns along here would be pretty nice, just to light things up a little bit, but then it's gonna melt all of the snow and probably end up looking worse after that, so we'll leave it in darkness for now. I know we purposefully set up in this spot so we could be close to the trees and also have some of the snowy tundra, but I'd like a few more trees, with a couple of them being extra special. Christmas trees are one of those things that are kind of hard to make in Minecraft when you're working on a really small scale, because there's not really that many great options for baubles, so I've gone with multicolored candles, and it works. It would be better if they could be like on the side of the block or underneath, but unfortunately can't do that, so we're working with what we've got. Whilst I was building these, I was having a think, and I've decided that I need to do this pathway. I don't want to, but I need to do it. I tend to make a build with a pathway and then just taper it off, so this one is going to be an exception. We're going to take it on over to the other Christmas builds. I am very glad that that is finished now. A job well done for sure. But it's getting pretty late now, so I should probably hit the hay. It's kind of hard to keep track of dates in Minecraft, seeing as the calendar doesn't really exist, but it feels like it could be Christmas Eve, so should probably get to bed and be expecting a visitor. So we'll say goodnight to my alien dog, who I really am not a fan of, or at least as far as they sound. But, you know, I love you all the same. You just sound really bad. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas if you are celebrating. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.